welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited to get into today's video. Today we are doing a pick a card to see which option should you choose in love. Who should you choose? Which option that is coming towards you, known or unknown. We're going to tap into the future, so it's not just like, you know, the options you have now, but who should you choose? What would be the best option for you? So that is our reading today. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, pause the video if you need more time. With the piles, you can always pick more than one pile as well. We have group 1 with the Sodalite Crystal Point. Group 2 with the Smoky Quartz Crystal Point. Group 3 with the Amethyst Crystal Point. And group 4 with the Sunstone Crystal Point. So like I said, you know, pause the video, take as much time as you need, but we're just going to get right into it. Alright, if you chose group 1 with the Sodalite Crystal Point, this is your reading. We are tapping into who you should choose of the love offers you will receive. Which option would be best for you, known or unknown? So that is our reading. Let's get to it. Spirit, this is for group 1 with the Sodalite Crystal Point. Which option should they choose in love? Who should they choose in love? Let me grab some water. Sorry, all of a sudden I have this frog in my throat. I'm not sick, I haven't been coughing. All of a sudden it's like, as soon as I turn the camera on, I'm coughing. Immediately right away, okay, Spirit is saying you're getting closer, you're getting closer. And for you, I feel like it's frustrating. And honestly, it may be better for you to focus on career versus manifesting, because I see that what you're looking for is already in the works. From what it looks like to me, you guys are having a hard time getting past the honeymoon phase with people. And Spirit is saying the connection that you want, the long-term connection, is coming in. But I see you guys in this really like emotionally whole and genuinely ready place. And if you're not there yet, you know, like I said, we're tapping into the near future as well. So this is something that of course will, you know, come for you. But there is an energy of you guys having a hard time getting past the honeymoon phase, and you're like, well, Spirit, I'm ready, but I'm not going to choose any of these honeymoon jokers. I'm not going to choose any of these people that are keeping me in the lovey-dovey phase and the honeymoon phase and the puppy love phase. And then as soon as things get serious and it's like time to grow and expand as people and really build a solid foundation, they dip or they start acting, you know, a mess. I see you guys really being like, Spirit, I'm ready, but I'm not going to choose anyone if it's not right. So I feel like this is honestly what I do. I kind of throw myself into work if I'm manifesting something, and it's something that I really, really desire, because once you have that strong sense of desire, you just naturally start to hyper focus on it. So maybe, you know, focusing on career would be like a good distraction for you. It's a win-win. You get distracted from what you're wanting to manifest, and then you also get to focus on, you know, building your foundation for the life you want to live. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together is what it says at the bottom of that card. So Spirit is saying it's still, you want to remain open and continue to go on these dates, because this person is coming in pretty soon here. We have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Which is interesting, because I feel like that's kind of different than the energy I was getting before. Some of you guys may be starting to consider settling, and that's why Spirit is trying to get you to make the choice. I actually just did that this morning personally. I just chose to believe, okay, and this is what I'm going to believe. This is what I'm going to trust. And I chose, this is what I'm going to do. And that lifted a huge weight off of my shoulders, because it's not like I'm waiting anymore. Like, okay, what is, spirit going to bring in, or what's going to happen? It's like, I chose to believe this. I chose to trust that this will happen, and I'm choosing to do X, Y, Z. So spirit is saying you can relieve some of the stress you may be having at this time by choosing whether or not you are going to settle or you're going to go for the gusto. And settling kind of has a negative connotation. I feel like for you, it's more about just deciding, okay, what is it that we're looking for, and what can we work with? Where can we compromise? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. The person that spirit has coming in for you is someone that is completely new. Oh, didn't drop my water bottle. Someone that you do not know yet. Spirit, give me a little clarity on this, and we'll see what else we have coming through. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. So Spirit is saying, I heard you. Swords, the Suit of Swords is about communication and also the action that you take. With the Page of Swords being in reverse, Spirit is saying you're beyond the state of asking. You've already stepped into doing. You've already, manifested this, and you are already calling this towards you. So we're beyond the need, or you're beyond the need to manifest. Really, the main thing you need to do is to kind of stay out of your own way with this. Seven of Swords in reverse. Because Spirit does have someone already, planned for you coming in. Spirit, what else can you tell me about this person they haven't met yet? So this would definitely be one of the unknowns. And right away, I'm getting good energy here. But because you guys are on the fence, I'm, of course, going to see, what else is going on. We have Sarah Lakali, the Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived, and I am where I will always be in love. So Spirit is like trying to get you to commit to love, trying to commit to yourself. There's an energy here of you guys kind of changing yourself. Like, okay, maybe I'm too lovey-dovey, or I expect things to be too romantic. There is one thing in this universe that you do not have to give to anyone, which is yourself. And in relationships, you do have to compromise. But before you get to that point where you're in love with someone and where you're in a relationship with them, when you're compromising, I feel like for you, it's really going to be a journey of waiting out for the right person, so that you're not compromising without already feeling like you're starting on a fair foundation. This person has decent expectations of you, and vice versa. And knowing that this person can satisfy you and fill your cup. There's an energy of you guys kind of being on the brink of changing, or Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, moving in a new direction because of what you're kind of faced with. And I feel like it's just it feels like you're taking it all wrong. Like Spirit is like, listen, this, point in your life, Three of Cups is supposed to be about fun. Three of Cups is a card of celebration, going out, mingling with other people, good food, good vibes. And it's like, you guys are like, if it's not exactly what I want, I would rather just be single. But I feel like Spirit is trying to get your chops wet as well, get you used to small talk, learn, a couple boundaries, because if you've been single, or if you were a serial monogamist and now you're trying to open yourself up to dating someone new, it's like you gotta reintegrate. So I feel like this period of time is about integration, learning some minor lessons, and it's not lessons that are it's not like, oh, you need to learn these things in order to get like the relationship unlocked. It's just like, these are things that you need to know so you can have more of a successful relationship, just period. So I see Spirit really trying to set you up for success, but you're kind of frustrated with the process of not getting past the honeymoon phase. You'd rather just know like who your person is and have that person come through. Spirit, what else do they have? Okay. Well, we have unrequited love and stay optimistic about your love life. So I definitely wouldn't choose this person. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So I feel like you guys are having a hard time learning anything from the people that you have in your life right now, or people you're dating, because you're not able to really like them, love them. Something is off. It feels not in alignment with your, like, who you are and what you want for yourself. So it's hard for you to even be open to these people, and also hard for you to stay optimistic. We got stay optimistic about your love life. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So Spirit is really wanting you to trust the process. This is a huge trust the process moment for sure. And Spirit is trying to get you to stay optimistic. But for you guys, honestly, it doesn't, well, I'm pulling from another romance deck now, but it doesn't, I'm not picking up on multiple people. While I'm picking up on you dating people that kind of are insignificant or don't really matter, like people that you're not going to end up committing to, while Spirit is bringing in a specific person. So for you guys, group 1, I feel like you may be already in the process of manifesting a specific person or a specific type of person. This is an energy of someone who's already had a conversation with Spirit. This is what I want out of a partner. This isn't like the energy of someone who's just kind of open. Like this is kind of like we already have intentions set. So I feel like this is my more advanced group who have already been initiated into ascension and have more power. But with, you know, great power comes great responsibility. So it's like, I always use the example, it's like when you start a new job, first you're a team member, and then you're upgraded to assistant manager and then manager. If you're coming into a workspace and you're the manager, your team is looking at you for what to do. You're not open to what does the company, you know, heads want to see out of me today. You've already stepped into your power. You're running the show. You tell the energy around you what to do, or your employees what to do. So we have editing and love-based. I get an energy of like connections that have grown and kind of fizzled out, I feel like you guys have hopped a few timelines in the last 6 months, the last year, specifically the last 6 months, where it's like there's no one that's been around long enough or anyone that you've committed to fully to even really be showing up at this point, because in your heart of hearts, whether or not you know it, you're not committed to this person. So they're not showing up as an option for you because you're like internally, you know that that's not going to be who you're going to settle down with. You're waiting for this love-based connection, and you've gone through a couple transformations recently that have kind of like shifted your timeline. And at this point, it's like, yeah, you know, you're dating, you're still open, but it's a frustrating process. It's causing you to feel like, okay, maybe I should change what I'm doing, or maybe I should change what I'm looking for, or I should settle, but this person is still coming through. Editing, cutting out what no longer fits. Love-based says connections based on love. So you really, I feel very all or nothing. You really do. It's love or it's nothing. That's how your journey feels right now. And I do see other people in the picture, but it's like they don't matter because they're not the one. I feel like you guys are looking for that person that resonates in your spirit, like, okay, this is the one. Nice. We have loyalty, we have clarity, we have healing, and we have meeting. Meeting, a chance encounter is what it says at the bottom of that one. Loyalty, dedication to love. So Spirit is saying you're going to meet that person that you can be loyal to. You may have been struggling with even being loyal to people, but also that person that's loyal to you as well. There's an energy of you meeting someone new and this being like your person or what you're looking for. But we also have healing and clarity. So again, Spirit is showing you different things through the process that you're in now. And if you don't plant those seeds in the present, which is all we have, you're not in the future yet, and you're not in the past, you're in the present. If you're not planting those seeds of understanding, seeing things for what they are, learning, you know, whatever micro lessons Spirit's trying to show you, it's almost like, I feel like a better word to use may be downloads, because it's not lessons. It's just like takeaways, little takeaways from every date. There's little takeaways. What did you do? Like, what is it revealing to you? What is it revealing to you? Like, okay, so for me, I just had the craziest thing happen to me. There's someone that I've lost all respect for in my life, but this is someone who is still kind of in my family circle, my friend circle, like my close inner circle. They're a part of my friend group, so I still see them from time to time. And this person has a girlfriend, and they talk to their girlfriend so disrespectfully. Like, they talk to their girlfriends so disrespectfully. So we were all hanging out, and it's like family vibes. We're at my house, right? So my son is there, and my son just, whenever we have people over, like, one thing about him, he's gonna turn up, okay? Like, he gets so excited, and I lost my patience with him. And the person that I have no respect for because they talk to their girlfriend shitty, called me out on it, and they were like, dang, you didn't have to be so rude, like, you didn't have to cut it so short. And in that moment, I was like, wow, I have no respect for this person, yet they're mirroring back to me that I have those same qualities in myself that I don't like in them. And I say all that to say, these people that you're meeting are showing you things about yourself, and they're mirroring you in different ways, or there's different things to take away from them. That's going to be important for you on your personal journey, but also important for you on your journey to sustaining a relationship. So it's going to take a lot of faith, you guys. Spirit is like, this part of the journey is going to take a lot of faith, because it's going to take a lot of trust, and you're going to have to like really be humble and know that everything is happening in divine order. And if you can't do that, I sell candles on my my Etsy shop, but I would light a yellow candle for transformation, so that you can really step into that version of yourself that takes everything in, you know. And maybe even something for making it a little easier for you. Like I said, I sell them on my Etsy shop, but you can, you know, light one yourself. We have healing, returning to a healthy balance and clarity, realization, and love. So Spirit is definitely trying to show you things and working in your life at this time. But for you guys, group 1, to be honest, I'm only picking up on one person that matters, because again, yeah, 5 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like these other people that I may have like given a chance at a certain point have proven that they're not who I need or who I want, or they're not offering me a commitment. They're not offering me a relationship. So of course I can't commit to them without them offering me that commitment. So there's like an energy of, okay, Spirit, I'm doing the work. Why am I still running into, you know, these jokers? And Spirit is saying, like, it's the lessons. 3 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. You know, don't lose yourself in this process and expect better to come, what it is you're looking for to come. But 4 of Pentacles, there are things being reflected to you at this time. You know, you may have weak boundaries somewhere. There may be something you didn't realize about yourself that had been reflected through someone else, even someone you don't respect. And here's that Page of Wands showing up again. So I feel like what's really important for you guys is the action that you take. And at this point, I would really gray rock your reality. Gray rocking is like a term that applies to narcissistic relationships. Gray rocking is essentially where you know, like if someone is coming at you and they're being combative, or they're trying to get you caught up and get you angry or get you reacting to whatever it is that they're doing, it's essentially being non-reactive. So when you look at your life and you see that things aren't going the way that you want them to, or when life is attacking you and trying to take dominion over you, like you're not the one with all the life force and the power, gray rock the shit out of your reality. This circumstance, what I see, doesn't have power over me. I know who I am. I know the journey I'm on. I know what I'm manifesting. You don't get my power. Because I feel like Page of Wands, it's like there's a part of you that really wants to fold and that really wants to take action right now. Yeah, Chariot in reverse, or sorry, not in reverse, but Chariot at the bottom of the deck. And it's like, you are moving forward. The bottom of the deck represents underlying energy. You're moving forward, but you don't feel that or see that. So there's a lot of doubt here. We have the Ace of Cups, and I feel like this is where we get into like toxic empowerment, because it's like, I deserve this. And that's where like too much of a good thing can be a bad thing, you know, because it can cause you to make choices and move and take action that is counterintuitive. So I feel like it's not about what you deserve. It's like that's coming towards you, period. This isn't a conversation of whether or not you deserve it. It's coming towards you, period. But ultimately, I just feel like you're going to need some patience in this process. But for you guys, I'm not picking up on multiple options. I get one offer that is like the person that you've been calling in and waiting for. Yep. And then we have surrender. It's just about surrendering to that timeline and allowing that to come through. I can release my need to control is what it says at the bottom of surrender. We also have guilt here, which is interesting. I release beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So for me, believing that I was above this person, believing that I didn't have the capability to speak to someone that way. Now listen, there's a huge difference between the way I, spoke and got curt with my son versus how he flat out disrespects and like violates and curses and his woman. But still, in that moment, I realized I have that in me as well. So I feel like, you feeling like, oh, I deserve this is maybe causing you to feel like that means it should be here now, or that means you're right to take action that's not going to serve you in the long run or bring you what it is that you want, because you have been waiting and you have been patient. This is a tough one, because with the ascended, the demigods, like you guys group one with the ascended ones, it's like, it's high rewards, but also high stakes. You don't get all the BS because you're conscious now, so you can block, all the external drama and lessons that want to be attracted to you, whatever. But also it's like you have to be more patient and understanding. And even when in the past you may have gotten yourself into a situation with someone who wasn't even supposed to be on your path because you took action, it's like you can't do that anymore, because you're not in that same, naive space. So stay strong, group one. What I can say for you is what you want is manifesting, and it will be coming in very soon. But that's what I have for you. That's everything that came up. My Etsy is below if you want a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with these smoky quartz crystal point, this is your reading. Tapping in to see, known or none unknown, which person should you choose? Which love offer should you choose? So let's get right into it. Spirit, this is for group 2 with these smoky quartz crystal point. Which love offer should group 2 choose? Ooh, okay. Wow, you guys, there's a very strong connection coming through here, and I feel like it's kind of obvious. For whatever reason, it is going to take trust. But Spirit is really saying, like, allow this person to love you. I will say you're going to know who this person is, like, right out the gate. And if anything, I would just say be patient so you can allow yourself to see, but also trust your judgment, Someone, I guess there's such a thing as getting off on the wrong foot, but someone who's just not showing up in this way, this isn't, this isn't them. This is someone who's loving you pretty well. So I would say beyond, like, the first initial blunder, if there is, like, oh, you say you go on a date and this is a nice person, but you don't feel like super attracted to them, or, allow it to develop. Or, say they end up cutting the date short, or they seem, I don't know, just kind of like different on the first date, or they seem like they're not really present in the moment. That would be the only exception. But beyond that, I feel like this is more so talking about someone who's coming in and they're showing consistency. They're showing up as a pretty present and consistent person. And if anything, it's kind of like, why do you seem so sure about me? Or why do you like me so much? Is this person trying to love bomb me? You know, there's like this energy of you guys kind of doubting like if this is real. So trust says the situation is calling for you to have faith. You deserve love says you are lovable. So tapping into this energy, you guys, Spirit is definitely trying to get you to know and understand and see your value so that you don't end up, you know, kind of self-sabotaging or, you know, leaving a really good thing alone because you feel like you deserve like worse. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. True love says this is the romance of a lifetime. So I'm very excited for you guys. I definitely feel like trust is going to be a big thing, but Spirit wants you to mainly trust that you deserve love and to trust in the chemistry that you have with this person. We have make the effort. So I feel like there's just like an energy of compromise or meeting this person in the middle. We have make the effort and a reconciliation. Wow. So some of you are being called to reach back out to someone of the past, even if it's just for closure. I feel like Spirit is going to show you that there's something more here or something that didn't get to be discovered. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your love life. Make the effort says great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Let me clarify here, Spirit. For reconciliation, is this a different person? Let me shuffle this deck one more time. Wow, as I cut the deck, that is very telling. We have the Emperor in reverse and the Eight of Cups. So this reconciliation person is someone that you've walked away from already. Someone who was a false masculine, someone who you thought, you know, was divine masculine, but has a lot of, you know, feminine traits or feminine energy, or this person is toxic, you know, toxic masculine, someone who just doesn't have what it is that you need, not the person that you thought they were or had the ability to be. Wow, this is soulmate energy. We have the Two of Cups here and the Seven of Wands in reverse. So this is a connection that you've given up on. But we have the Ace of Cups and the Five of Wands in reverse. So these are two different people we're talking about. Spirit is saying this is someone from the past that you've kind of let go of the drama from. So it did stick out to me. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So this person, Spirit may be telling you to make the effort to compromise with this person, to have this closure. It's so funny that closure came up specifically as well. But to, you know, give this that opportunity of closure and clarity and to be clear and to, you know, take your power back from the situation so that you can move on without having to worry about them potentially throwing a wrench in your plans by, you know, trying to be territorial. That is very common with Emperor in reverse energy. Ten of Swords in reverse, this person may gaslight you. They may try to get you to believe that things weren't as bad as they were, or that what you have in the past can be repaired, or that your decision isn't final. They may try to tell you you're going to end up coming back to me anyways, or we always end up back together. You know, I just get a little bit of an energy of this person being a little manipulative with their words. And I feel like if anything, it's the Two of Cups and the Seven of Wands in reverse that keeps you stuck. Seven of Wands is like time spent, whereas Two of Cups is like the love. So it's like you do have plenty of reasons to go back to this person, but I would say like it's kind of like stick a fork in it. It's done. I don't feel like this is the person you should choose. But let me just get a couple more cards, Spirit, of advice for them. Is there something here romantically? Six of Wands in reverse. A lot of Wands energy. This person could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or they could have Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in their Venus placement. We have, well, that's, damn, That's clear as day. The Hermit in reverse, Spirit is saying you've already moved on. So that would definitely be backtracking, going in reverse. The Fool in reverse, you've given up on this person as you should. And Four of Wands in reverse, Four of Wands is the marriage card. So Four of Wands in reverse is like there's no opportunity for a serious commitment with this person. I feel like they go in and out. They may be a karmic. They go in and out of your life with, you know, empty promises, and it's time to cut this off at the root. And I do get a strong energy of standing up to this person and being very clear, like, I don't want to be with you, and I hear what you're saying, and yes, all those things could be true. We could have had a connection in the past. We maybe still have a connection, and yes, I am consciously choosing not to engage in it, but that is my, you know, final choice. That is my final decision. That is what I'm choosing to do. That is what I want for myself. I want to move on, and I want to, I just don't want to be attached to you anymore. It's just not you. You're not my person. You're not who I'm choosing to be with, and that's, you know, that's what it is. We got the Knight of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So that is certainly an energy of stopping this person dead in their tracks and just being like, we're not going to move forward anymore because that is not what I want for myself. And, you know, in that way, you'll take your power back. I feel like this person is plotting against you. We have secret events that wanted to come out as well. So just be mindful of that. You know, this person is very tactful in what they do. Secret events says private happenings. They may have even, you know, been with one of your friends or something like that, to be real. We have high standards, holding yourself in high regard. So I definitely feel like, you know, yeah, we got leveling up at the bottom of the deck. A new attitude is what that one says. And I definitely feel that super strong, of you guys leveling up, moving on with your life and releasing the past. But it would behoove you, even if it's difficult, to have a conversation with this person and to give them that direct closure, you know, because otherwise it's going to cause this person to keep pursuing you, and you don't want to end up worn down. I saw this TikTok someone reposted the other day on YouTube as like a short, and it was this girl talking about how this guy she was talking to ended up having a conversation with her and telling her, listen, there's someone else that I met a little bit before you, and I'm choosing to go, you know, be with that person. And I had a lot of respect for that person, because people just don't do that nowadays. They're not honest with you. But this person ended up coming back months later, and he's like, hey, things didn't end up working out with her, da 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 da. And she didn't respond to the message. He reached out to her email. She didn't respond. He reached out to the dating app they met on. She didn't respond. And at this point, she said, you know, I thought he would take the hint by me not responding. And I'm like, now, how hard would it be just to literally say no? Because it doesn't serve you to allow this person to keep messaging you, because maybe one day they'll catch you in a weak moment, or a moment where you're just like, okay, fine. And then now you're wrapped up with someone that you don't want to be with. So it's better to just literally have the conversation, tell this person, this isn't that, this is exactly what it is, this is what I'm on, and it's not you. And to just move on and allow them to move on as well. Because even energetically, you know, why months down the line get so frustrated that you're finally doing a cord cutting ritual when you could literally just cut the ties with this person in the physical, so you don't have to worry about those energetic ties still being there, and this person building energy and keeping you from love or whatever, blocking you, because they're limerent over you, whether or not you can see it or whether or not you're talking to them. So I say have the conversation. It's definitely the best thing for you. And we have igniting courage. So Spirit is letting you know you have a lot of support. And I just heard out of the blue. This person is coming in out of the blue. We have igniting courage, stepping into stillness and letting go. So I see you, you know, cutting ties, being courageous, stepping into stillness, allowing new love to come through, and then letting go of the past connection in full. And you may be surprised that there's a purging process, you know, like you can't really, I see it all the time. One of these cards fell on the floor. It was the Judgment card in reverse. So Spirit is saying this love offer is still brewing. But I see it all the time where people really feel like they're over someone, and then once it's like over and time has passed, they start to become sad about it all over again, and they feel like, dang, I really thought I was over this. Does this mean I should reach out? And it's like, no, it's not that you should reach out, but you can't really see the situation or feel the situation when you're in it. You know, when you're in a really bad toxic, you know, relationship, you make it comfortable for yourself so that you can still function and work and you know, try to do the best with what you have. But once you're fully out of that relationship and you can really look at it, like, it's like, dang, a lot of people get mad all over again. Like, I can't believe I put up with that, or I can't believe that person did that to me. And they start to feel like, oh, this person got away with XYZ. And Spirit is saying, so you're going to be surprised to know that there's still going to be a little bit of a purging process left over from these people of the past. And I just heard multiple people, it may be 2 people. One of them, it's as clear as day with the cycle is with this person. The other one I feel like is just kind of all over the place, like a nice person, but they don't know what they want. So I don't see that person really being of value to you. 10 of Swords in reverse and the 7 of Swords in reverse. So the next cycle for you guys is definitely going to be about untangling. As much as I try to tap into, okay, Spirit, okay, like let's get into this person we were talking about before, Spirit just keeps kind of driving the point back home. So I feel like, you know, with Spirit continuously bringing up, like, this purging, it has to happen. It has to happen. And there may be some choice I'm hearing that you make after the purging that is actually aligning you with this person. We do have the Devil though at the bottom of the deck, so there's definitely something you're not aware of. We did have the Secret Events card, and I just get this energy of you kind of getting wrapped up all over again. So regardless of what that is, whether it's you finding out something or whether it's, you know, you going back because you're allowing someone to like still profess their love for you, there's something like this does have to be nipped in the bud so it doesn't keep you from being able to move forward. We have the 6 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there's an energy of feeling like this person needs some sort of karma for what they did, or like you need to be repaid by Spirit because of what you've gone through or what you've done to help other people or help the collective. Oh no, Spirit just said it's a choice that you did that. So that's that Saturnian energy coming in, like, now you made that choice. I don't owe you shit. But that is what I heard. We got the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So there is an energy of charging something to the game. And that's really kind of weighing heavy on your spirit. So hopefully we can get some revelation about that. But we do have the World card here. So you're stepping into completion. 5 of Cups in reverse. Things are getting better. And things are turning into your favor. We have the Decisions card that just came out. So you've already decided what it is that you wanted to do and what it is that you're going to do. And I feel like that's essentially to go for the gusto here. We have Hexcellency and Witch upon a Star. Hexcellency says, treat yourself like royalty. Know your worth. Confidence is key. Don't settle. Witch upon the Star says, dream big, a wish granted in luck. Ooh, I'm so glad I pulled from this deck. I didn't pull from this deck for group 1. And I'm so glad that I did, because it's all coming full circle. But that's the thing about the World card, you know, the World card indicates that you have gone through some like you have gone through some stuff. Weighing the options at the bottom of decisions. So I feel like it's best for you to make your decision right now. Okay, what it is that you want. Are you going to compromise? Are you going to wait for someone from the past to get it together? Are you going to allow Spirit to come through and, you know, bring you something better? What are you going to do? Let me pull from here. Spirit for group 2. We have taking it easy on you, aloof, and settling differences. So with the aloof card here, you guys, I definitely feel like you are not going to see this new love offer coming. And Spirit also doesn't want you to see it. I feel like because you're still on the cusp of lessons being learned and a hard cycle closing, it's better for you to kind of be honestly out of the loop of what is going on or who exactly is coming towards you, because I didn't get any of that. As much as I tried to move on from this huge cycle that's closing, it really took up so much of the reading. So it's definitely important, but Spirit is keeping you in the dark. Spirit is keeping you in the dark about what is exactly coming towards you. As far as taking it easy on you, Spirit is coming through and saying, like, you know, you're going to be surprised at how all of this ends up wrapping for you and how things like end up changing so rapidly in your favor. Spirit is saying, I'm going to take it easy on you. I'm not going to, you know, hit you with any hard-hitting lessons or, you know, anything too much. I would say the worst of it is definitely over. And anything that you're still feeling at this point that is still feeling very heavy is a product of perhaps you focusing on the wrong things, like maybe you focusing on, you know, people deserving to get their karma or what you feel like you deserve, and, you know, trying to control the process. This is really a time for you to be open and receive. So I would definitely say heal and then do your best to, you know, open to receiving. We have intense flirtation, so I see things heating up for you guys as well. When this person comes through, I just feel like everything getting better, everything kind of coming together, and you guys really liking each other. It feels so like I said in the beginning, you're gonna know this person. Like, you're not gonna have a doubt in your mind. There's no, is this the person that I've been waiting for? It's gonna be so clear at how much this person keeps up with you. They're very flirtatious, but not in a super sexual kind of way, I'm hearing. The flirtation is intense, but it's really just like you may be really quick on your feet and you may really like banter. And this person has bants for days, okay? This person can really like have that banter with you and have that fun with you. This person seems like they want to talk to you. You know, they enjoy talking to you. They enjoy flirting with you and being around you, and things feel fun and, you know, it just serene with this person. We have Mary Magdalene, the apostle to the apostles. I am a bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. So I feel like this integration is maybe what's really kind of holding you back, because your divine self is saying, we do not take any of that mistreatment. But I don't feel like you stepped into your divine self, or you're fully stepped into your divine self until you're fully gone through this healing. Once you've fully gone through this healing and closed this cycle, you're moving as divine, because you've completely closed yourself off to even that person having the option to try to come through, even if they wanted to. You've taken the action, the divine action. And then it's like you're still in this 3D reality. So I feel like there's a little bit of a struggle between your etheric body and your body that's here on the earth, still open to not only temptation, but to negative experiences. And that integration is something I would really focus on. We got Lalita. So this is all about, you know, happiness, childlike wonder. The red goddess, it says, playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. So I would say this would be a good time to also start a new show. As like odd as it sounds, start watching a new show. Stop watching true crime, depressing things, you know, shows about, you know, craziness, but something that can make you laugh, or something that's interesting to you, something that's more lighthearted, so you can get that negative energy even further out of your spirit. But also I feel like this intense flirtation is definitely what this Lalita energy is coming back to, because it's like, man, I really feel like I'm coming full circle. I feel like a kid again. Like I really like someone. I'm crushing on someone, and it's new and it's different and it's fun, and I'm liking them and they like me. And I really see your life doing a 180, but this healing was so dominant in this reading that we just can't skip over it. Even if we wanted to, Spirit wouldn't allow us to. And y'all know me, I love to pull from many different decks and have many different cards on the table. I want to know every last detail. But when Spirit is so clear, like in this reading, like, listen, this is what the focus is, even I have to surrender to that. So Definitely a lot to look forward to. But that is what I have for you guys. My Etsy is below in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that is what came up for you today, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the amethyst crystal point, this is your reading. Known or unknown, who should you choose? Which love offer do you have coming? And what should you choose, Spirit? This is for group 3 with the amethyst. What love offers do they have coming? Ooh, ay. Oh my God, you guys have so much past energy showing up. And I'm not saying that that is the offer coming through, but we have past life relationship, release your ex, forgiving and learning. We also have children and worth waiting for. So I feel like you guys have been trying to throw yourself into a new relationship, or really throw your consciousness into the future, trying to focus on a new relationship and what you do want to manifest. There's an energy of you being completely over the past. But Spirit is clearly saying, like, you do need to release the past in order to move forward. There is something that is still attached to you. Nice. We got the Best Witches card that came up. So there's an energy of you connecting with new friends at this time, which is good, but also it may be causing a little bit more damage if it's not the right people, because it may be causing you to kind of take on their trauma and their experiences, and it may just be tainting your consciousness and your heart. So this may be a good time for hermit mode. We have Best Witches and Hexecutioner. So there's definitely an energy of you kind of like, I don't know, there's this obsession in the collective right now with narcissism, or with, you know, people playing games, and it just kind of fills your consciousness with other people's experiences. Like, that's not your reality, you know? The harmony that someone has with another person could be totally different. And people have a hard time understanding this. Like, why does this person treat me like garbage but give the next person the world? It's because their harmony with that person is totally different. So you might as well just take things as they come. But I feel like this energy of you trying to avoid, there's a heavy energy of avoidance here. Hexecutioner says, sever unnecessary ties, cut anything that doesn't serve you, and letting go. Best Witches says, times for friends, celebration, make a wish. So tapping into this energy, I feel like you have been just trying to release, trying to move forward, trying to move past the past. But there's a few things that we still need to do. Children, your love life is being affected by children. Worth waiting for says divine timing is at work in your love life. I'm getting two different energies with this. Some of you are hanging out with younger people and it's making you kind of feel alive again. It's fun, but it's also counterintuitive because they are on a different part in their journey that you are on. And even though it seems like they may be super hip to, like, you know, the things to look out for in the dating pool, the way that they date in itself may be counterintuitive for you, and it's getting you off track. I get trap energy, like there's a trap, you know, and it's something that has positive aspects. So it's hard for you to let go because it's like, okay, this isn't completely trash. Like, these people, they do care about me. I'm having fun with them, but also, you know, there's just an energy of counterintuitive. So I would say this is a good time to purge your friend group. Also, this is a good time to start sitting out events, and you'll see who really, you know, likes you for you, or whether it's just, okay, you're another body that can, you know, make my experience better. Pay attention to the people that check on you and the people who want to be a part of your life through all of the phases that you're going through. Some of you guys, like I said, are hanging out with younger people. Some of you have kids and really nipping the problems in the bud with your kids. For someone, I'm hearing your kid's attitude may be a bit nasty, and that's causing you problems because you're getting calls from, you know, them at school, or they're not respecting you, and this is going to grow into a bigger issue. Spirit is saying to address that. It's time to address that before we manifest a new love connection, because you'd be surprised. Listen, people out here, they're not going to put up with your bratty act. Like, they're not going to put up with your kids, okay? One thing, your kids need to to have respect, because people will literally, there's no way that, you know, someone can create a blended family or can start something with you if, you know, your kid or your kids have no respect. So there's something that needs to be addressed here, potentially, you know, with the attitudes of your kids, or something to do with children. And then the last thing I get with that is an energy of growing. So there's a lot to work on. And then we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I feel like you guys are trying to speed things up, distracting yourself, focusing on everything but the healing, everything but releasing this past connection, everything but like, okay, sure, maybe they were a narcissist, but there's also, you know, the narcissists, you can't narc off of emotionally healthy people. You just can't, because they're not going to put themselves in position to. The only scenario where that's truly tricky is like family, work, like places you have to go every day. But in a romantic relationship, no, you can't be a narcissist over someone who has strong emotional boundaries and someone who just won't deal with you. Someone who says, okay, you did that, you crossed the line, I'm done, I'm moving on. So there's healing, and then there's just hyper focusing on why this person was a terrible person and not really addressing the role you played in that situation. So I'm going to get off of that, but it's so strong here in the beginning. Release your ex, past life relationships, and forgiving and learning. So this would be a great time to get some talk therapy. This would be the great time to go on a spiritual journey, to really, you know, discover yourself and start to take on that process of healing. This would be a great time for a course, a great time to, you know, read a book that can help you with emotional alchemy. I always recommend The Complete Idiot's Guide to Alchemy. It teaches you mind, body, and soul alchemy, so you can apply it to anything. That's a good book to start a spiritual journey. But Release Your Ex says the time has come to clear your energy. Past life relationship says you've known each other before, so that sounds like a soul tie. That is a soul tie if I've ever seen one, heard one, because it's like, man, what would get you hooked, you know, the most? Like, what's really going to get you hooked? A past life relationship. And then we have forgiving and learning. It says, as you release and heal from the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So there's an energy of you really, you know, having a good time and spending some time just focusing on yourself, but now really needing to switch gears and release that ex, release the past, and do some healing work. And I really feel like hermit mode is being called of you. Spirit, thank you. I'm like, Spirit, okay, can we talk about the new love? Well, here's confirmation. This is always beautiful. I wouldn't look for it because that's just yet another distraction, yet another thing that's going to keep you trapped and stuck in the past. But we do have the confirmation. Spirit is saying, listen, I got you. They're going to get their just desserts. And that's all I get from that. Spirit's not really wanting to sit on that and, you know, show you how it's going to go down and really, like, you know, give you the, you know, confidence to move on through seeing someone go through it. Spirit is just like, you know, you need to take that initiative and move on from the situation, but trust they're gonna get their just desserts. Okay, karma, karma, karma is what it says at the bottom of just desserts. So someone is definitely getting it. And then we have spiritual based and new love. So switching gears into, you know, okay, which option should you choose? I feel like this option is still on the table. I feel like that's why we were talking about them for so much, and that's why something came up for them, because Spirit is saying you are still open whether or not you're realizing it, even if it's just through you channeling that energy of the past and your past experiences and always thinking about that person and what they've done. You're channeling that energy into your present, and you're planting seeds for your future with thoughts of them instead of thoughts of you and the life you want to live and what it is that you do want, and healing and love. So I would say that is kind of worst case scenario, to be with this past life love person. But I do understand why you are still kind of feeling hooked on them, with the fact that there is that past life connection there. So there's already kind of like that energetic connection or wanting, or they're just perhaps your kryptonite, just that one person that can make you act out of character and, you know, not have as strong as boundaries as usual. that, and maybe, you know, feeling like there's karma that still hasn't played out against them, but I would say that they should be off the table. So this is an option, not that they're offering you a relationship, but through your own attachment of this person, through consistently thinking about them and not letting them go, checking if you're still blocked so that you could finally reach out and apologize, like whatever it is. That's clearly an option that should be off the table. Now, this relationship worth waiting for is going to be someone completely new. A brand new love connection is what it says at the bottom of that one. And then we have spiritual based. Spiritual connection is what it says at the bottom of that one. And I love that energy because that lets me know that Spirit is going to send someone who is spiritually compatible to you, someone who has gone through like similar things, or someone who's on their own spiritual journey. So I just get this energy of mutual accountability where it's like, okay, you have the ability to fill their cup. Wow, marriage here as well. You have the ability to fill their cup and they have the ability to fill yours. The success card wanted to jump out. It didn't come out all the way. And a lot is happening behind the scenes. So I definitely feel like this is going to be a favorable connection and a connection worthwhile, but it's on the hush for now. It's definitely on the hush hush. Ooh, and interestingly enough, we do have the new beginning card, which I feel like is talking about you closing this cycle, this transition period of, I just saw 11:11 on the clock. Wow, you guys got a lot of synchronicities. But I feel like, you know, this transition phase that you're in, you may not even realize it has been a transition phase, but the friends that you have were there to get you just detached from that relationship just enough so you can entertain having new people in, to have some fun, to kind of connect with your own inner joy and pleasure. And now that it's served that purpose and you're no longer stuck on, you know, that person and you're entertaining the idea of moving on, I feel like Spirit is like, okay, you have to make that final move that really separates you from that life, and you know, now pull back from that friend group and start to go into hermit mode. It's much easier to go into hermit mode, to be honest, when it's like you do have a transition period and you kind of get some frustration off your system, you know, out of your system, let your hair down and just have a little bit of fun, versus like, okay, I gotta go into hermit mode because this is like a super harsh breakup. But secret events at the bottom of that one, it says private happenings. And then we have new beginnings at the bottom of this one. It says a fresh start in love. So I feel like this is not only talking about obviously the new love connection and you meeting that person, but fresh start in love is like, I have healed and purged the past so I can have a fresh start in love. I feel like you guys are still going to go on a few dates, but again, you guys may have been called to pick group one as well, because this is kind of similar to their message. It feels like there's really one person that Spirit is trying to connect you with. The person that will kind of, you know, make you a marriage offer, someone who's compatible with marriage, someone who will give you that opportunity to level up romantically in that way. At the bottom of meeting, it says a chance encounter. Marriage, bottom of that one, it says vows of love. And at the bottom of vetting, it says getting to know people. So it is the best for you to really take your time. The order in which I would do things is I would, you know, cut off this person of the past, release that ex. I would release those friends that you've been hanging out with, or at least pull back and, like, I would say hang out with them one-on-one. You know, with certain people, because that way it's like, I don't know, there's just more of a genuine energy when you can hang out with people one-on-one, because it's just like, okay, what do the two of us want to do? We can kind of like, you know, just ride each other's wave, and we can kind of do something we're turned down. But when there's so many people with so many different desires, that's when it's like, oh, let's wild out, let's go to the club, let's do this, let's do that, or let's, you know, text our exes, let's talk about, you know, just tragic shit that we don't want in our future. So I feel like that separation will definitely benefit you. But that's the order I would do things. Cut that off, cut the friends off, and then you'll naturally open up to this new love. And to give you some actionables, like I said, The Complete Idiot's Guide to Alchemy is a great book for transmutation. But for healing, I would look up just emotional alchemy. I would look that up in Google. I would look that up in Amazon, like the book section, and see what books you can find for emotional alchemy, how to transmute, or, you know, books on how to kind of restart your life. Me personally, I don't have any self-help books like off the cuff. So like I said, this would be a good time for doing some talk therapy as well. That can also help keep you mutually accountable. Well, we got the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So repeating sevens here. Seven of Pentacles is kind of being like, man, I've put in so much work. I don't want to turn back now, but I'm also not completely happy with, you know, what I have here. It feels like there's still a lot ahead of me. And Seven of Swords is like a cheat code or a shortcut energy. Like, you know what? I'd rather just continue having fun and continuing hanging out with people. And I want to have a hoe phase or whatever. And I actually saw a video someone posted on YouTube Shorts the other day. And this girl was talking about how she had gotten a divorce and, you know, she thought she was a hot girl, and then she ended up falling for someone who she never should have fallen for, because that person, like, it was so clear in the beginning. Both of them were like, you know, we're both just having fun. This is casual and literally nothing more. And she was doing that, you know, for a while, and then she ended up falling for them. And for you guys, you know, you may be really feeling like, okay, I'm a hot girl, hot boy, I can be on my hot-ish, you know, and I'm not going to get attached, but Seven of Swords is looking like, okay, I'm ready to take a shortcut and fold. And I just feel like it can cause much more trouble than helping. And 10 of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck even turn out to be counterintuitive for you. So, Spirit, what can you tell me about this love offer? I mean, this is very clear. It's a new love. This is someone that you're meeting. You're going to have a spiritual based connection with this person. And this is likely the person that you will marry or get a marriage offer from. I do still see you going on dates though. We have vetting card, the vetting card at the bottom of it. That one, it says getting to know people. So you're still going on dates, and it's just like an energy of you kind of being disappointed. So I would say take yourself out of the mix before you end up making Seven of Swords a decision that causes, you know, more pain than any sort of pleasure. We have the Sun and the Six of Pentacles. So some sort of gift coming in soon for you guys. And this is a time to kind of take what you can get, because again, 10 of Pentacles under that one, and reverse. Spirit is like, when you start to get greedy or want more and more and more, that's when you start to kind of fall to the wayside and things get a bit messy. So Spirit, what else can you tell me for group 3? We have the Empress in reverse and Judgment. Wow, we got the Knight of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying, if you really take this time off, you know, to really recharge and heal and to fully let go and to purge, you're going to further come into yourself. This is going to cause you to make some sort of move, change, or adjustment that is going to put you in alignment with the King of Pentacles, someone who wants to take care of you. Knight of Swords, someone with good communication, someone who actively pursues you, someone who isn't afraid to love you, someone who isn't afraid to show affection, and also someone who doesn't want to just stay in that casual energy. But the truth is, you're not in alignment with that now, with the Empress in reverse. And there comes a point where I just have to call a spade and say, okay, we have, you know, the Judgment card. It's a call to action. And the thing about the Judgment card is, like, you can lead a horse to a water, but you can't make them drink. Like, you can call them, you can tell them everything they need to do, but they still have to choose to do it. So if you guys feel like you've been healing and you've been doing the work and you've been doing the most to put yourself in alignment with your forever person, I do still feel like you guys are at the Seven of Pentacles energy. Why does the 10 of Pentacles keep ending up at the bottom of the deck? It's got to be significant in some way. I feel like letting go of the past is the energy I'm getting with this, because there's someone you've already built, you know, something with, but it wasn't promised to you, or maybe it was taken away. And that's why the healing does need to happen, because Spirit is saying, you're absolutely right. You know, this person said that they were going to be there for you and they didn't, or you really thought that this was your person, or maybe you had, you know, a reading that confirmed, like, okay, yes, this is the person that's coming through and they're going to make an offer, and they did make that offer, or maybe they didn't make that offer. Still, like, again, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. Spirit put this person in front of you like this is your match, and if they'd still turned away, they have that free will. you know. So I get a strong energy of, you know, something having a hold on you. I don't want to say that it's a generational curse type of thing, but it does feel extremely strong. I feel like the past life relationship energy is what does it, because immediately with that I felt soul tie, and I was kind of weirded out because I'm like, well, past life relationship doesn't guarantee a soul tie in this lifetime. Those two things aren't synonymous. It's not like, oh, because you have a past life connection with someone, like you're tied to them. Why is that showing up? That to me seems like a unique conversation, a unique connection. You probably know the details of it, especially if you've done any Akashic work or you've seen anything from past lives. But I would say either you've had many, many lives together, or there's something kind of like unique happening here, something higher level. We have my Baga with the warrior saint. It says, I'm a warrior of love and my devotion attracts resources and support. I was getting that pentacle energy as well. Something in relation to your own stability. Wow, as soon as I picked up this card, we have the tower here in reverse. So I feel like you may have been in a really conservative mindset for a while, like worried that you don't have enough, or worried that, you know, something bad is going to happen, or really holding on tight to the resources that you have, and that's causing you to hold further on to this person and to what you do have. Maybe, you know, it could be childhood trauma. It could be your parents, you know, threw away all your belongings as a kid and that really traumatized you as a method of punishment. It could be you grew up in foster care. You know, foster kids typically have like the one trash bag or the one bag of stuff, and everything else that they accumulate, if it doesn't fit in that bag, they have to release. They could be constantly moving. It could, you know, it could be anything, but there's some sort, it could be generational poverty mindset or generational poverty, but I just feel like that stops with you. So there's a huge calling to your life that's honestly beyond love and romance, but it is definitely having an impact on your romantic life. And then we have the joy permeated mother. I'm not going to try to pronounce her name. I am my own guru. I know that the self never changes. I know the self that never changes. I'm sorry, it says, I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes, which is essentially the soul. So Spirit is saying you still have your soul intact. There is a painful process of, you know, letting go of material things or letting go of a relationship, your life as you knew it. There's definitely an energy of letting go here. But Spirit is saying that, you know, this is one of those times where it's just difficult. Again, I got to call a spade a spade. I can't really make this love and light when it's not a light message. It's a very heavy message of intense healing and personal growth and transformation. But I can say that the love that you will attract will be worthwhile. And Spirit is, you know, here supporting you. And that's what I got for you guys. My Etsy is below in the description if you want a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. That is what I have for you today. I will talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the Sunstone Crystal Point, this is your reading. We are using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot for you today. And we are going to see who should you choose, which love offer, known or unknown, should you go for. So let's get to it, Spirit. This is for group 4 with the Sunstone Crystal Point. What love offers are coming in for them? And who should they choose? Okay, so it's looking like you guys may be in separation right now. I don't know if anyone else noticed it, but there's definitely been like a collective purge in the recent past where it's like left and right. It's like, geesh Louise, like everyone seems to be breaking up or going through some sort of like personal transformation when it comes to romantic relationships. But either way, I see that that is something for you. And I see you aiming for more. I see you guys really focusing on who you are and moving from a heart space. I don't know why this is sticking out to me so much, but the arrow on the You Deserve Love card is sticking out, and then how the her hand is kind of hovering in front of her heart in a way. is really resonating with me as you guys are going for the gusto. We got the soulmate card at the bottom of the deck as well. So there's an energy, you are lovable is what it says at the bottom of you deserve love. There's an energy here of you really aiming for best case scenario for you, but really moving from the heart. Like, this is what my heart is telling me that I need. So regardless of society standards or what my family wants for me, what social media is going to think is what I should have, or what's good to have, or, you know, what society, you know, friends, family, whoever, regardless of anything outside of me or my mind even, you know, regardless of what my mind keeps going for or thinks is what I need, I'm going to move from a heart space for once, and I'm really going to dedicate my energy to moving in this way so that I can channel this relationship through. We have love yourself first, and we have stay optimistic about your love life. So I feel like for the most part, maybe it's 50-50. Some of you, Spirit is telling you, like, listen, stay optimistic. I'm here with you. I'm working with you. You know, I'm present. I'm going to come through for you. I'm helping you. Your angels are standing by. And also some of you are already naturally in this more optimistic space. Love yourself first says your self-respect. It makes you more romantically attractive. Stay optimistic about your love life says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I definitely get an energy collectively. This has been consistent between literally all 4 piles, and I cannot tell you when, like, the last time that's happened. It's been over a year when every single pile has been like darn near the same. But I get that, and we're like, all of you guys got different cards. Like, some of these cards that are coming up for you, none of the other piles got. So anyways, yeah, there's an energy here of you guys, you know, staying optimistic, and most of you are, but Spirit is really trying to chaperone you towards one specific person. And for, like I said, in this time in the collective, maybe there's a transit happening I don't know about, but it's like anything that's not in alignment is getting purged out, and we're all being called to focus on exactly what we want for us, you know, without any outside influence, and then just setting our hearts on that. You know, making that choice and deciding this is what I want for me, this is what I'm calling in, and allowing it to manifest. And then you guys got separation. No other pile got this either. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon is what it says at the bottom of that card. So you may be in a recent separation, or none of the people that you usually talk to may be in your life right now. You know, things may be kind of dead for you romantically. Nice. We got passion and new love. So it's looking like for you guys, group 4, the person that you should choose, the offer that's coming in that's, you know, actually worth your time is going to be someone new. A new person has sturdy romantic feelings is what it says at the bottom of that one. I also get an energy of this person is different than the people that you've dated. This person is different in general than maybe even, you know, anyone you've really ever met. This person may have different ideals, beliefs, and they may move very differently than you're used to. But it does feel positive. A new person has sturdy romantic feelings, passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So Spirit is like, I want you to be happy. I want you to live in love. I want you to experience true love. And this just kind of feels like an opportunity to do so. From what I'm getting so far, I'm not feeling like there's anything left, you know, for someone that you know. The only exception I would say is if you haven't explored anything with them romantically. So I would say this could still be someone that you know that you just haven't gotten a chance to, I'm talking even go on a date with, like nothing. Oh, wow. We got Lilith. Wow. You guys are stepping into your dark feminine, going your own way. Lilith was the first wife of Adam, and Eve was then, you know, created from Adam because she was like Adam. She was not her own. Woo! Don't let me get to, listen, don't let me get to, that's a bar. That is a bar. I'm really going to have to like go in. It keeps focusing on her face and it makes like the whole camera brighten up. But that's a whole thing to really sit and think about. Okay, so anyways, Lilith, the first woman, I choose the voice, or sorry, it says, I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life I desire to live. I literally have chills, you guys. You're stepping into your Lilith energy. And people may want to call you a B. People may want to call you like non-submissive, da 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 da. But they are not like you. They're not like you. They're not on the same level as you. You are different. You have a lot of power. You cannot submit to a mere mortal. You are black matter itself. Wow. So you guys are really stepping into your power at this time, and it's going to take a person that really knows themselves to be able to resonate with you. Pope Joan came up, the pointive of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because my soul is limitless. I want to recommend the seven spiritual laws to success. Look up that book on Amazon. It may be the spiritual 7 laws. I think it's the 7 spiritual laws. Yeah, the 7 spiritual laws to success by Deepak Chopra. That book is a freaking quantum leap. Okay, if you want to manifest, it teaches you all about the realm of limitless possibilities and how to manifest there. And I just read that book recently. I had it sitting on my bookshelf for like over a year, and I finally just read it, and I was so mind blown. So that book will definitely help you quantum leap and help you manifest, especially at the level that you're at. And when you're stepping into your power like this, that is the only place you can manifest. Doing things the way that other people tell you, like, you know, dating coaches or even manifestation coaches, it's not going to work for you because you're already quantum in your own right. Okay, I'm not going to try to pronounce her name, but we do have this one that came up. The joy permeated mother. It says, I am my own guru. Exactly. I know that it says, I know the self that never changes, and that is essentially your soul. So you are timeless, you are limitless, you are a class act, you are a national treasure. Really, you deserve to be worshipped. Like, you are so beautiful, and like, you literally don't even know it. It's so crazy how I had always been the type of person that wouldn't even go to the grocery store without a full beat, full face of makeup, even to the gym. And I started wearing just my natural curly wild hair and no makeup. And when I tell you, people were literally stopping and doing double takes. It took me months to figure out what it was because I just refused to accept that I'm naturally beautiful. And that's how I feel like with you guys. It's like, I don't have low self-confidence, but I don't feel like I'm a, you know, double, triple take, fall to your knees kind of girl, kind of guy, but you are. And the more you know that and resonate with it and embody that, you will see that. I feel like this new love, child, it gotta be good, because I'm like, I mean, nothing else is good. Like, yeah, what is a Page of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles? A Page of Pentacles has nothing to offer you. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Pentacles, because you already have it all. And I really do feel like that thing, that cherry on top, that one pentacle that would allow you to have the Ten of Pentacles is the only thing that, you know, you feel like is missing. But missing isn't even the best way to describe it, because you have everything you need. It's just, that's what you want. You want to have a happy family, you know, you want to have a happy relationship, a happy life. Nine of Wands in reverse without struggle. So I see an awakening happening here, group 4. Spirit, is there multiple offers or just the one for group 4? Can you clarify if there's more than one offer? Well, from what I see, I don't see that there's more than one offer. What is coming up though is that you are still heavily attached to your past. We have the Page of Swords, so there's multiple people trying to make offers, but they're not making it to that point where they're actually presenting you of anything of value, either because you see, and they may see it as emasculating or, you know, defeminizing, like you're not appreciating people for who they are, or you're emasculating them, making them feel low. But you just naturally being in your power is making people feel that way, because again, they just don't align. I mean, it's like you don't need them. So you need someone who's very strong and confident. You need someone who's on this same level, and this is rare nowadays. So we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse. I do, though, still see that you are heavily attached to the past. So there is definitely some purging that's going to need to happen, cleansing that needs to happen so that you can move on from that. Because I would say that's the only thing that's holding you back. And I wouldn't even say the past as in a past person or a past relationship, but the older version of yourself that you're clinging to, like, this is my value, this is who I am. It's time to break through that, baby girl. It's time to break through that. Like, it's time to separate from that. And that may mean separate from your current community, going on a solo journey, going hermit mode, getting your own apartment, moving to a new space. We have the Hermit in reverse. So you guys are really fighting against the tide. It's like, as you step into your power, you want more people to see it. But I definitely feel like everything in time, everything, you know, in right timing with the Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse, Hermit in reverse, you're not giving yourself any time to reflect or to get the revelation. Knowledge without revelation is absolutely useless. What good is it for you to know that you can manifest anything if you don't know about the realm of infinite possibilities and where to channel that energy? You know, it doesn't serve you to know that you're a baddie if you don't know how to use that energy and what that truly means and who you truly are. Who cares if you're a baddie or you're a divine goddess or you're a divine feminine, divine masculine, a demigod, special being, starseed, whatever? What good does it, like, is it for you to even know that if you don't have the revelation of, okay, what does that mean? How do I tap into my power? So even though you're like ready to fully, woo, Lilith, embody, yes, like tap into that. It's just so much happening at once. Even though you're ready to explode and expand, Spirit is really trying to slow you down. But that is so like in opposition of Lilith energy, because Lilith is like, oh, if I'm not satisfied, I will leave this garden, I will leave God, and I will leave Adam. I am not like, I am that girl. I am Lilith, okay? Like, I don't need none of yous. But you definitely want, you need that revelation, okay? So I feel like finding balance, if anything, is going to be the most important thing. But it's so funny because your reading is not about the person coming in. It's really about you. So I feel like Spirit is kind of saying, okay, if you want this connection though, you are going to have to learn how to integrate both parts of you, you know, the part of you that is a baddie, but also the part of you that can compromise and that can work with another person. Oh, we have the Lovers card here. I love it. So I would definitely say that there's a divinely orchestrated connection that you are destined for. But we have the Hierophant in reverse, you guys. You don't have the wisdom, the revelation to back up the connection that you want. So I feel like Spirit is trying to put you into hermit mode, but for a reason. That's the thing. So many people like inadvertently end up going on like spiritual journeys or into hermit mode, or they just have a period of time where their love life is dead and they're like, oh, I've been in hermit mode. No, hermit mode is specifically when you're doing inner work. The hermit is like Horus. Like the hermit is like the timekeeper, the watchers, the knowledgeable. Like hermit energy is not just someone who spends a bunch of time alone. The hermit is actually always out there but never really seen. The hermit is someone who has a lot of knowledge and wisdom and does a lot of observing and inner work and inner study and reading and learning and observation and connecting with the divine and spirit. So if you've just been in your house cooped up but you haven't been really like doing anything that's causing you to grow, that's not hermit mode. That's just you like kind of just doing your own thing or being introverted. Hermit mode is specifically like, okay, what can I take away? What is Spirit trying to show me? How can I better connect with Spirit to get these downloads? What is my own soul telling me? What have I learned from the past? It's that reflection. It's that full-fledged process. But for you, group 4, I would definitely say especially with that Lovers card, there is a divinely orchestrated union that is on the horizon for you, and it's really only a matter of time before it comes in. But Spirit is trying to kind of level you out, even though you kind of really just want to express yourself and kind of be out there and step further and further and further into your goddesshood or your godhood. Spirit is trying to get you to come back to the center where you know who you are, but you also have the ability to respect someone else and their divinity so that you can create something with another person. But I feel like there's just the one love offer here, and it's a no-brainer. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. And that's so funny. Before I shuffle, we got the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you're releasing, you know, these heavy burdens. And there's also a lot of weight on your shoulders to be great, to grow, to transform. And Spirit's just confirming and making it super clear. We have the 10 of Pentacles with the Star card in reverse. This is not something that is gonna be your way or the highway. This is not something that's gonna manifest instantly. This is you playing the long game here. So I would say if you're truly being called to, I mean, the tricky thing about getting into Lilith energy is there's like an internal baddie process. And that's like when you're making charcuterie boards for yourself and you're having girls' nights, and with healthy, you know, girls or boys, whatever, you know, having like healthy interactions, and when you're taking yourself out to eat and you're buying yourself new things, pampering yourself, redecorating your home, you know, buying plush things that just make you feel comfy and warm and love and that's the internal good, you know, embodiment of Lilith energy. But the external, when you're dating and you're in your man-eater era and you're like hanging out with low vibrational people who just want to party and club and constantly be under the influence of something that's, you know, taking them over and taking over their judgment as well, that is like the negative aspect of embodiment. So if you're doing the internal aspect where it's like, okay, you are hanging out with other people, but healthy feminines or healthy masculines, not people who are constantly saying, you know, reaffirming, oh, the dating point is getting you off track. If you're going on the internal Lilith energy, I would say give yourself a good 3 months or however long you want to enjoy that. And then I would say really start to go into hermit mode, intentionally doing this internal work, you know, where you're, like I said, processing things of the past, and you're doing the shadow work, and you're also reading spiritual books, and you're growing and you're expanding, and you're making an effort to connect with spirit, whether that's through prayer, whether that's through meditation, whether that's through speaking out loud, whether that's your own self-guided practice. I mean, if you got that Lilith energy, then your heart is calling out for you and telling you what to do. So that can be a process in itself of learning to follow that intuition and learning to follow and do that and lean into that. Regardless of what the journey looks like for you, you know, I would say have a little time if it's the internal way, have a little fun, you know, spend, you know, whatever time, and then go into this process of, okay, that healing, doing that inner work, that inner study. And this is something that's naturally going to come later, but it's not, it's so like insignificant because this story is about you, and it couldn't be any other way, stepping into your Lilith energy, you know? Because you don't even look at people that way anymore, where it's like, oh, this Prince Charming or this, you know, whoever is going to come save me. You don't even resonate with that kind of storyline anymore. So let's get some final words here, Spirit, for group 4. We have don't make excuses. It says, it is what it is, honor your word and be truthful. So there's 1,000,001 reasons to wild out, 1,000,001 reasons to self-sabotage. But Spirit is saying, with being a divine being, you know, without being in that Garden of Eden, there's much more responsibility out on your back. You know, there wasn't like it's kind of like once Eve decided, once Lilith decided, I'm not going to be in the garden, I'm not going to submit, you know, to this person, she was kind of wrote off, never to really be heard about, at least directly, too much more. And but when you think about, okay, what would that actually look like? That means she had to go get her own food. She had to make her own provisions. She had to survive. So there's a huge level of responsibility that comes with going your own way. And we have pure ecstasy, happiness, excitement, rainy days are gone. I truly feel that in my heart of hearts for you guys. But again, it's just like internal ecstasy versus external, ecstasy. And that's what I got for you guys. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that was your message, you guys. Like I said, it was really more about you than the other person, but I can say that that offer will certainly come through. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.